Good afternoon. Welcome to Options 10. We're going to take a look at Nvidia, NVDA. It is Monday, June 17th, 2024. Welcome. This is a members video. We're going to take a look at Nvidia on the monthly all the way down to 65. We took a short on this today. We ran into a target. Very simple setup. So I'm going to show you how we did that. Right now, this is all skewed. Nvidia had a stock split, so Thinkorswim doesn't automatically adjust these wedges and lines and support and things that I had in here. So we're gonna use some of these and kind of go through this. I didn't want to do it beforehand because I want you to see kind of how I take a look at things. All right, so right now, what I'm looking at here is some market structures. So I think some of these waves are coming to an end. We have a 1-2-1-2 setup here, and I believe that's a 3-4-5, possibly for this completion of this wave. And after a new high here, we have a completion of this possible wave. So there's still plenty more structure for upside, but I'm just looking for a pullback in Nvidia and eventually a buying opportunity. So we can look at some of these wedges. They go pretty steep, so it's difficult to. I'm looking at this top here, and this candle, by the way, that is not a real spike there. The top so far is about 133. I'm looking on the other screen, about 133, maybe just a few pennies above. So we're looking at this top, coincided with this top, and I believe we're at that wedge top there. Now this could be considered an expanding wedge or so, but we'll take that bottom point here. So that will be our wedge for now. There's much bigger ones. As momentum started to gain, it's getting steeper. So those will come into play later on when you're looking for support. Now, just looking at a couple of the indicators, we have momentum clearly to the upside. No real divergence here, but we are oversold. And so in future moves, as we get some sort of retracement, should come down and you get new highs. Maybe we don't make new highs in the MACD or the RSI, and we create divergence, and that would give us another sell signal. But at this time, we're oversold. We're getting a sell signal on the Williams R percent underneath this -20 line. So that's given us a clue for a pullback for quite some time. We should see this should be weeks to months, if not for longer in some scenarios. So let's take a look at the weekly. On the weekly time frame, again, it's all disheveled. So we're going to focus in just a little bit more on, I can't use that one. Okay, we're going to focus in just a little bit more on this last move here. See if we completed. It appears that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to end wave 5 or close to it. So wave 5 could start to complete our wedge here, and we're right at it. All right, so that could be right there, and that would show that we're right at resistance for the wedge. So that was one of our resistance points why we took that short play. We're looking at this wedge and connecting those two bottom points there. So I do think this is going to play out. The wedge is going to break, and then we'll be looking for some sort of support at some point. I don't think we're going to take out any lows. That's not likely. I just think that this wedge will break, find some support, and then we'll be looking for some longs eventually. Checking out the indicators. The weekly time frame, we have negative divergence here in the RSI. And I like to color those red and face down. So this is the RSI negative divergence, and we're getting a sell signal on the slow stoke. So that's another setup there. No divergence on the MACD, but we should start to see the histogram fade there. And so if we do get another week to the upside, we do have or if we just do not get below 4 weeks before, we have a 9 possible sell setup. So if next week we don't break below 1, 2, 3, 4, it's a long ways down there at about 92, then we'll have a 9-9 sell setup for the DMARC. So let's go down to the daily. And the daily time frame just drew this a little bit different. This is what I posted. And you have these tops up here, and we're just slightly overthrowing. So if this continues and actually settles above this resistance line, then that would definitely be bullish, and there would be more potential move to the upside. And you see that candle there. That fake spike there, that's what we're looking at on the monthly time frame. So we're looking for, at minimum, a play back down to the channel bottom here. And that would test the 100 and, possibly down to the 200-day moving average. Again, looking at some of our indicators. The slow stoke is actually coming to the upside, so we might potentially have some more upside to go with this. Or this starts oscillating to the downside. But we have negative divergence here in the RSI, again, on the daily. And the MACD doesn't show any divergence at all. So if we get a pullback and get a higher high, but get a lower high on the MACD, that's still possible. Now, here is our setup on the 65-minute. Going down to the 65. I did not adjust my options expected moves yet, so don't pay attention to those. I'll fix those in a few minutes before I put out the market analysis. And on the market analysis, we'll go through SPY and a little bit deeper into the Qs, which are coming into resistance as well. And this is the simple one here. So we have our retracement, the last correction that we had here. We just took the top to bottom retracements, and as retracements started to get overcome by price, then you have the 100%, and here is the 261.8 extension from this correction. And so this is right into resistance at the 132.97. You can place your stop maybe a couple points above there. So if you settle above 133 and start moving higher, then that trade will be negated. But we'll set our stop at this point at about 135, 136-ish. It's not going to be automatic. Sorry, this is my pug Chihuahua hacking away. All right, so that's our sell setup. Looking into price a little bit closer, you have this market structure, 1, 2, 1, 2, or possibly this is all wave 1, but then that would be a leading diagonal. But this structure could be coming into a close with a 1, 2, 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, and perhaps this has further to go. So again, we'll look for, at minimum, just a correction, see if we can catch that. And then the market has two situations, the Qs, where we're at the 150 extension, and there's one more target above. So if we do settle onto a retracement, onto support on the Qs, and that has further to go, then this will probably lead with Tesla as well. We're really bullish. Tesla had a big play there, and we'll do another video on that pretty soon, maybe tomorrow. So thanks for joining us here at Options Center. We'll see you in the next video.